Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're talking all about Roseville, California. All right guys, thanks for coming back to the channel. As always, if you're getting some value out of this, please hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure you ding that bell because we're coming out with new videos every single week. If there's a video that you guys want to see about a certain area, school, price point, anything like that, leave it in the comments because we'll make sure we get that out to you guys. So Roseville, California. Roseville, California, it's a population of just shy of 140,000. Really, Roseville is one of those places that is a hub for a lot of other towns. You got Lincoln coming into it, you got Rockland coming into it, you've got Citrus Heights coming up to us, and then just a couple different other areas that come in just because we have that big mall. I know I've talked about it before in other videos, but the Galleria Mall, right across the street from that, of course, is then the Fountains, which is gonna be more of your boutique stores. And then going back into the Galleria Mall, you've got everything from Louis Vuitton, Boss, they got a suit store there. You've got your basic, your Tilly's. One of my favorite stores, Restoration Hardware, where one of these days I will get I believe it's called the Cloud Couch. I know you guys have all seen it out there. Other than that, we are the 5th best place. We were just named this 5th best place in the United States to work from home. I credit that a lot to the Bay Area people out there that have been moving in lately. Also, we are the 21st best city to actually live in, just work-life balance. We've got great schools as always. We've got friendly neighbors. Everything out here is so clean, so nice. They keep up with maintenance all the time. They keep up with the roads. So just a really nice area. Of course, you got the trails, you've got the green belts, and really you got a lot to do here, right? If you're not going to the Galleria Mall, we also have Wake Island, which I think I mentioned in one of my other videos as well. We also have the Golf Land, which also has a splash water slide, which during the summer you're gonna see kids running up and down that thing all day long. We also have a lot more mom and pop shops coming out here, so we're getting a little bit of different flavors out here, right? We've got Indian food, we've got, of course, Mexican food, and just a lot of fusions type foods, and of course the sushi. We love the sushi. Now, getting really into housing, average house out here is running right around $670. For that, you're gonna get a decent backyard, nothing huge, but nice. Square footage wise, you're gonna be looking probably at 1,800 to 2,000 square foot for that price point. And depending on where you're at in Roseville, if we get to the downtown area, which we'll get into a little bit more of that in a minute, but downtown area, we could actually still find you something in, say, the 450s, 500s. And then depending on where we're at in Roseville, we actually have neighborhoods that get well over the millions. And then one of the last fun facts around here is we are actually also just named the number 6th best place to retire, if you can believe it. Yeah, we've got a lot of people coming in. Again, I think it's really just the clean atmosphere that's out here. Also, we've got a ton of retirement communities, golf courses, so I think that's really a big draw for a lot of people. Lennar's probably the leader out here, and not just in Roseville. We're talking Roseville, Lincoln. Lincoln's gonna have more of your Del Webb, and then even out in El Dorado Hills, the Lennar guys are coming out and really just building their own little world where these guys are driving around their golf carts. They've got huge clubhouses. They're having events every single night, bocce ball, tennis courts, anything that you can imagine. Really, once you go in there, other than some groceries, you really don't have to leave if you didn't want to. Now, getting back to downtown, I've actually really been enjoying it down there. If you do buy a house, or if you're even thinking about buying an investment, or maybe even your first house, one of the cool things is Roseville downtown is really into having people build these mother-in-law suites in the back. So if I have some footage, I'll put it up. If I don't, kind of just go into it. There's a lot of back alleys over there, so they're asking people to build granny suites back there. So if you're buying your first house especially, buy that house, save up for a couple years. You can build that granny suite, whether you want just an office in the back, or if you want to rent it out. And then later on, you can always just keep the property, rent the two, and we can go find you something different, right? Bigger house or another property downtown. So that's brought a lot of life down there. You got some investors looking. But at the same time, you got a lot of people that just really like it and like the atmosphere down there. You've got the main drive down there, which it's got the old theater. You're gonna get a lot of plays in that area. A lot of good food. Noshri's probably one of my favorites. They have some local coffee there. So if you do go to Noshri, or if we're out there showing you some houses, let me know, remind me, we'll go to Noshri, and then afterwards, you gotta get a piece of cake and the coffee. It's by a local vendor, and it's to die for. Other than that, they just opened up what's called Goldfields. So they're doing a lot of bands out there. It's got a stage, great drinks, great atmosphere just to go out with family and friends. And then they got really good food from what I've heard. I haven't had the food, just went out there to watch some bands, of course. There's gonna be different shopping down there. My wife, one of her favorite stores over there is a boutique shop that just sells kind of that farmhousey style stuff with a little bit of a twist. They've got some modern stuff in there too. And we actually go down there for Christmas time because they usually have Santa down there to do photos. So just a little local tip. One other place food-wise that I like, actually my dad, who's actually from New York, will even testify to this, that they've got a place called The Place down there. It's an Italian restaurant, and they have a meatball grinder. And from what my own father says is that place tastes so authentic to something that you could get back in New York City. So if you're craving Italian, make sure you stop at The Place. Other than that, jumping back into, say, some of the newer areas of Roseville. Right now, Roseville itself really boomed out. It's got a lot, and I'm talking a lot of new building going on. So if you're really looking for that new build, let us know. We can show you some of those areas, some of the builders that are out there that are reputable, and they're putting them up as fast as they possibly can. Last time I talked to one of the builders, he's saying that they're able to get the houses done right in about 3.5, 4 months. So it's a little bit of planning, but with the inventory right now being so low, might not be a bad idea, especially getting in there. I've had a couple people get in there and just hang out. But with that being said, also, if you're in those newer areas, do expect Mellows to be in those areas, and really just depends on where you're at. Most of that building that you're watching is actually happening way out in the west area. There's Baseline, which they're just going basically down Baseline, and from what I hear, they're going all the way out as close as they can to the 99. There is a brand new Costco going on down there. They got some pretty cool shops. The Rayleigh's one just opened up. They also have a couple Safeways, Rayleigh's, all in the area. And I hear that we're even getting a Chick-fil-A out on this side. I don't know if that's actually happening or not, but here's to wishing. And then we've got, of course, activity-wise, I've already mentioned some of the green belts, the walking trails. We're about, I would say about, let's call it 25-ish minutes to downtown Sacramento. So if you are going to be taking that trip in for work, it's about 25, maybe 30 minutes in the morning. Not too bad of a drive. You're basically taking the 80. The only thing that gets a little congested is the 65, but because that's that traffic coming in from Lincoln. And then for jobs around here, we actually have a lot of different things going on. We have an Intel hub. We also have just a lot of construction companies out here. And then we also have, of course, Kaiser and Sutter. So if you're in the medical field, a really, really great place to come out, especially with all the building that's coming up. So you're just gonna have more and more opportunity there. And then, of course, if you're looking to open a business, the town of Roseville just really just backs the businesses around here, especially mom and pop shops. So I do really enjoy that as well. And then the last thing I'd say is, I kind of mentioned this one, but is the schools. They are great. If you're in the area, they actually just built a brand new high school, which I hear the football team's pretty good, only for being open for a couple years. And this thing, if I can find some footage of that as well, I will put it up here, because this thing looks like a Google hub. There's like 4 buildings. Every single one of them has 3 or 4 stories high. The basketball field in the back, as well as the football field, has actually been dug in. I hear it's better for just the grass and the atmosphere itself. I don't know much about that, but it's a pretty cool little hub that you're seeing being built out there. I shouldn't say hub, I should say pretty cool high school that has been built out there. And this is just all due to the growth in Roseville. Other than that, guys, hopefully I gave you everything that you're looking for. Like I said, I think I'm going to do a little bit of a tour of Roseville pretty soon, just to kind of show you guys a little bit more about the area, just because we have so much different areas going on, right? We've got the downtown, we've got kind of the east side of Roseville that's been around for a while, which is over by Kirby, and then we've got the west side, which is pretty much going to be all your new builds. So again, hopefully you got everything you needed out of it. If you need more, comment. That phone number should be appearing right around there, or you can email us, or that top right hand corner, we can go ahead and just set up a 15-minute Zoom call. Other than that, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.